UValleYradio.net, good morning and welcome back to the big show. Robert Miguel here with you. Just wrapped up our 80s at 8. Now we're going to be talking to a wonderful lady who I've not actually spoke to in a while. Going to be really excited to catch up with the lovely, talented, incomparable Toni Hull. Welcome.
Thank you.
So, Toni, oh my gosh, we haven't really had a conversation in a bit because, due to pandemic and et cetera, we're just not doing those live shows in town quite like we had. But, things have been opening up a little bit better. And you are putting together at the Herby Activity Center this Saturday night, a Gospel Night Out returns for 2022 from 7 to 9 p.m. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but you guys had to cancel last year, is that right?
Yes, we sure did. And we're back all the way. Well, there's some that are not going to be here, but we have other new ones that have come in. So we've got a really good show. I think people will enjoy it. Some audience singing the good old gospel songs and a band that can just play along with everything. Got a trumpet this year and a tambourine and maybe a harmonica. I'm trying to work on that. So just come and see what happens.
So now
we've got lots of good talent.
Is this going to be like a program, or is it going to be a little bit more loosey-goosey, kind of more of like a community jam?
No, I have my performers are each going to do a couple of songs, okay, probably. And then after every couple of acts, we let the audience sing. It's just some good old gospel songs. They'll sing like 4 or 5 that night, in between all the other people that'll be on stage.
Now, Toni, let's go ahead and rewind a little bit, because what I did not do at the top of this was remind everybody who you are, what you do. Most people in Uvalde know you and have been to one of your fantastic programs over the years. But go ahead and give us a quick reminder of some of the cool musical programs that you've either put on, produced yourself, or had a hand in and played a major role in, just as a reminder.
Well, we've been doing this at Herby Ham for several years. It started in the Opera House, and then we moved it out to Herby Ham. And then I also do music on Main at the library on Valentine's and Christmas. And then we do the hit parade at the Opera House, which is 40s, 50s, and 60s music. We'll be doing that in March this year. Wow,
so very cool. And then, various other. Are you still playing for the Methodist Church, or you still tickling the keys anywhere in any congregations?
Well, I'm playing actually for 4 churches.
Wow.
But not all on one Sunday.
Are you sure?
I play for a Presbyterian, Methodist, and Baptist, and I take turns with all of them.
I was going to say, our God is a great God, but I don't know if he can make you do all that at once. So.
No. Sometimes I have to get out. When I have to get out to the highway, I have to remind myself, which way do I turn this Sunday? Do I go right to Reagan Wells or left to Uvalde or what? But anyway, and I love the little country churches because they're still singing gospel, right out of the hymnal like I was raised.
And how fun that must be to be kind of not only a part of a congregation, but an important part of a congregation in 4 different ones, So, I go to, First Baptist regularly, but, it's, I don't go as regularly as I'd like. I can't even imagine having to split myself between 4 churches. So kudos to that. But tell me, how fun is that seeing, I guess, the different landscapes and deliveries and voices and, I guess, songbooks from different churches?
Yeah.
Must be kind of an experience, right?
I go to Batesville, Reagan Wells, Mendell, and then the Presbyterian Church in Uvalde. So, I think about it, I've got 4 or 5 church families, and that's really been nice.
So get your gospel on this Saturday. That's tomorrow night, 7 to 9 p.m. at the Herby Activity Center. That's 248 FM, 3447. We are blessed that they are still going. I know Sue has had a lot of trials and tribulations keeping that place going, but they're kicking still. If you need more information, you can call 830-591-2711. Now, admission is $10. Kids under 12, $5. Does this benefit the Herby Ham? Is this what you're doing for them, or is this something else?
Yes, it's for Herby Ham.
Very cool.
And they really appreciate the crowd coming. We have people coming from Fort Clark with the dulcimers, and people from Carrizo are coming with their people that they're going to be supporting. So then we've got the Baptists. We call them, well, they're not Baptist anymore. We've brought some other religions in. The Beach Boys, we call them, and they sing at everything. And they'll be doing gospel music at this deal. And then we've got the Hackberry Hags.
Oh, wow.
And they're coming out of retirement to do this show, and they are really fun to watch.
I don't think I've seen them in 3 or 4 years, maybe. So, yeah, very cool.
The Reagan Wells Baptist Church Choir is singing with the Concan Porch Singers, and if people don't know what that is, for about 16 years, every summer, people gather on the porch of John and Mary Tom Buchanan's home up at Concan, right over the Frio River, and bring their old hymnals, and I have a keyboard there, and we just go through the book and sing for about an hour. And so that they'll be there to sing.
Very cool. Again, like you said earlier, just need to, old school with a hymnal, and a piano, organ, and just kind of going to hit it like the old days. So it's going to be a great program. Any specific voices or singers you want to throw out? I know that there's some usual suspects, or is it going to be kind of like, is it kind of, I know sometimes these things are a little looser than other times. You got a pretty strict program set aside, or is anybody welcome to call you up last minute and go, hey, I want to sing?
Sure.
You'll take the call. You'll entertain them, right?
And I'm still wondering what's going to happen Saturday night with some of these, but I just go and it always turns out fine.
Well, it'll be a great time, especially if you're praising the Lord. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So a gospel night out with Toni Hull is this Saturday, 7 to 9 p.m. $10. Kids, 12 and under, $5. Again, that's at Herby Saturday evening. Let's go and let's get a bit of a teaser because, like we said, things are kind of opening back up again. So I would imagine that Music on Main Valentine's Edition is going to be your next big show, right?
Yes, and that'll be the Saturday before Valentine's.
Okay, very good.
And then the hit parade at the Opera House, which we packed that Opera House because they love those good old songs, is going to be March the 26th.
Nice. Okay, very good. So March 26th. So you got January, February, March. Your first quarter is packed, huh?
Yes, already. Sure is. People are ready to go.
Anything else in the works that's different, or anything new that you're going to be trying out for 2022? Or are we going to stick with the same tried and true cool concepts?
Well, I'll have the tried and true, but every once in a while things come out of the woodwork. And this morning somebody called me about going over to Brackett for Fort Clark days over there in March. So things will keep coming along all through the year that I'll be part of, but maybe not in over the whole program.
You know what I'd like to see is the return of that Broadway night that you guys did. That's a lot of fun. Oh
yes, yeah. We might bring that back too. I think we could sure do that.
Well, very good, Toni. It's been really cool catching up and getting more information about the event tomorrow night. I guess, what's the best way to keep track of you? I know you're kind of an old timer, so you probably don't have a website. You know what I mean? And you're probably not on Facebook.
I can barely work my phone.
But I guess find you at one of those churches, right? And just kind of, tap you on the shoulder.
Drive around and I'll be at some church somewhere Sunday morning.
Or you'll be lost on the way, right?
That's right.
Well, Toni, it's always a pleasure getting caught up. Is there anything else in the works that we need to know about, or anything you want to tease? I know you got a lot going on, so.
No, but if it does, I'll let you know off.
Well, Toni, it's so cool to hear your voice again, and we're looking forward to the program tomorrow night. Again, that's at Herby Activity Center, a gospel night out for a great cause to help support Herby Activity Center. And, of course, you're going to get your praise on, have a good time with some old-time religion.
That's right.
All right, Toni, thanks so much. We'll see you real soon, okay?
Okay, thank you, Robert.
All right, that's going to wrap it up here. This is UvaldeRadio.net. UvaldeRadio.net, good morning. Robert Miguel here with you on a beautiful Friday, getting ready for a fun, full-packed weekend. And here to talk about some cool stuff going on this weekend and beyond at the El Progreso Memorial Library in Uvalde. I've got Mr. Mendell Morgan here once again. What's up? Happy New Year, sir.
Hey, thank you. Happy New Year, Robert, to you and all of your listeners. I hope it's going to be a splendid new year for all of us.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are still kicking it at the library. I know the world's been a much different place, in the last couple of years, but it's great that you guys are still going strong and still things are still happening at the library, huh?
Oh, absolutely, yes. Yesterday afternoon, Thursday, we had Adele Balderas. She's been coming at 2 o'clock on Tuesdays to play some just lovely, beautiful piano music live under the rotunda here at the library. So she plans to continue to do that every Thursday as we go forward into the new year. And, of course, every Wednesday, we always look forward to that story hour time at 10:30. As you know, Miss Martha is there with wonderful stories and activities for the kiddos to do, and she often brings in guest readers. We've had, as you know, Santa Claus was a guest reader not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
We've had firemen and policemen. We've had veterinarians. We've had school teachers. We've had all kinds of neat people, and we plan to keep that going. So mark your calendar every Wednesday, 10:30, preschool story hour, live, and FaceTime or Facebook Live for those who would like to not venture out in the cold weather of winter. Then, of course, the DAR is going to meet this Saturday coming up, January the 15th at 10 o'clock. That's always a lively meeting, and I know they've got a good guest speaker coming for that.
Now remind everybody what the DAR is.
Oh, excuse me, the Daughters of the American Revolution.
Mm-hmm.
They are a historically based group, and they have lively programs and good things to talk about. Martha Swarthout is going to be their guest speaker this time. She's with CASA, which is the Children's Advocate Group.
Yeah.
So that's a timely and important topic always. And so that's going to be happening Saturday the 15th at 10. And then the Thursday following that, we're going to have the Uvalde County Historical Commission meeting, as they do every month. Then the free legal clinics, people who are qualified for that, every first Thursday, this time February the 3rd. That's from noon until 3. It's by telephone appointment, but they do need to check with us at the library so we can get them connected. And, of course, we're going back to Saturday School Opera Chats. That's going to be on February the 5th at 10 a.m. And this time we're going to have a presentation on the life of an exciting young man. His name is Yannick Nézet-Séguin. He's the third musical director of the Metropolitan Opera, and he's led quite an interesting life.
Wow.
Then I hate to mention taxes, but taxes will be coming soon.
That time of year, yeah.
Yes. Monday, February the 7th, we're going to have our wonderful VITA volunteers. That's Volunteer Income Tax Assistance volunteers. They'll be starting to meet with clients at the library. That's Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until noon, and that will be going on, Robert, from February the 7th through April the 14th.
Well, right up to the end, right to the very end.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Very good.
So, well, yeah, some of us kind of put things off to the last minute. I'm afraid I'm a little bit that way myself.
Yeah, guilty as charged.
Exactly. But these are really nice folks, and they make it as gentle as possible. You do need to be income qualified for that service, but the income is pretty generous. So we want to invite everyone to check in about that. And then our legal services lawyers from Austin have started this Eviction Clinic for those who have concerns about eviction, or if we need to clear our criminal records. For those that are qualified, they're bringing lawyers from Austin. We had Jason Sorensen here with his wife and little baby. They were here for the time on Wednesday, and so that was a good thing. And then, we've just got so many new books coming in. I want to encourage all of your readers to come. We have numerous magazine and newspaper subscriptions with all kinds of new stuff every month. Right now, at the beginning of the year, a lot of them are focusing on getting organized. So if you feel like you're inclined to try to make some New Year's resolutions about getting on top of things, come on in and let us help you check and find some books and or magazine articles that will get you lined out so that can happen. And, of course, if you're trying to build your own personal library, as you know, Robert, we have a used bookstore
For sure.
run by our Friends of the Library organization. Right now they're having this wonderful special. You buy a bag, it costs $3, and you can put as many books in it as you can carry.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
It really is. You'd be surprised at how really nice we've got real finds in that area. So I like to say, try it out. You've got nothing to lose and lots to gain. And along that line, talking about New Year's resolutions, I don't know about you, but I'm trying to lose some weight.
Yep.
Good time to at least think about weight loss and exercise programs. We've got a lot of books on that subject here. But have you ever, Robert? Have you ever walked around the block? You know, the library is sitting on a square block of land.
Mm-hmm, right. Yeah.
Okay, so if you walk out the front door, walk out to the public sidewalk on Crisp Street, walk Crisp to Garden to Park, and back to Crisp, the full block around the library. It takes about 20 minutes, and you'll get about 2,000 steps in.
Nice. Well, you've done your homework there, Mr. Morgan. That's awesome.
Well,
yeah.
Well, I've got to do something, and so I figure, hey, you've got nothing to lose but a few pounds.
Absolutely, and it's a nice view. You got all those beautiful trees out there. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Absolutely, and it's a good, safe, pleasant neighborhood to walk in. So we want to invite you to do that. And you know, Robert, El Progreso Club has sponsored the library since 1903. They meet on the second Thursday every month. The next one coming up is February the 10th at about 11:30 a.m. That's really a great organization to become part of, because work they do is to find ways to sponsor and support and help the library. So we would like to encourage people that might be interested in joining to come check it out. You get to bring your own lunch, whatever you choose to bring, and have that during the meeting. So I know, because, you know, a lot of, particularly the ladies who work, find it hard to get to meetings at 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon because, hey, they've got a job.
Right.
So this way, we hope to encourage people that do work to be able to take part, because it's now a lunch meeting with a program business meeting, but you bring your lunch, and so everybody gets to get satisfied that way and learn some new things from the programs and maybe find some volunteer opportunities.
Man, there's so many cool things going on. Again, that's all happening at the El Progreso Memorial Library, 301 West Main here in beautiful Uvalde on the west side of Main Street. The website is elprogreso.org, and the phone number is 830-278-2017. That's 830-278-2017. Now, Mr. Morgan, I have a question, just kind of a general question about the library, and I figure you'd be the man to know this. I mean, lots has changed in our world over the last 2 years, and even pre-pandemic, you know, with the advent of audiobooks and podcasts and whatnot, you know, I'm sure your world, not unlike my world of radio, the industry's changed a lot. Are there any new innovations or anything just in the world of libraries that's just kind of new stuff for 2022 and beyond? Any just kind of general news?
Well, yeah, in fact, I'm so glad you asked, because late last fall we started a new service called the Niche Academy, and you can come onto the library website and go look for the Niche Academy. That's Niche, Niche Academy, and there are all kinds of tutorials and things that you can use to learn to do just about anything. It's just an incredible range of services that we have there. So I do want to encourage your listeners. You can do it from home, because of course you can go onto the library website and check in and use these resources. Some you will need your library card for, because we have an account for everyone who has a library card to use our online books. Mm-hmm. So you can get your e-reader out and download and read books that you would choose to read. But there's so many things you don't even need a card for to access through the library's website, because we've got databases and the card catalog, obviously, for the library, and just a lot of neat stuff on it. So please, I do encourage your listeners to come check us out, because we have refreshed it. Like you said, so many changes. Mm-hmm. And Robert, you know, with this current surge, if people are a little bit reluctant to come into the building, if they'll just call us at the number you gave, we do offer curbside pickup at the back door, so you don't really have to come in if that's of concern.
Well, one last thing before we wrap this up. I know that you usually have a featured artist or some paintings that we can see. Is there anything up, you know, gallery-wise?
Yes, at the present moment, we're featuring the works of Virginia Mccutchen, and she is offering her things for sale with a small percentage to go to the library.
Oh, okay.
So Virginia Mccutchen through the month of January, and then Maria Guido is going to be our feature artist for February.
I know it's radio, not television, but give me a little bit of insight as to what their style is, if there's something you can kind of describe.
Well, I would call Virginia Mccutchen's it's modern. It's very contemporary, abstract. And she's actually sold quite a few things out of the collection, so that's very popular. Whereas Maria Guido is a more traditional, like landscape and portraiture kind of thing.
That's what I like to hear, a little bit of everything. Nice. All right, so lots going on at the El Progreso Memorial Library. Once again, the phone number for any more of that information you need, 830-278-2017. The website is elprogreso.org. That's elprogreso.org. And, of course, the address, 301 West Main Street. Mr. Mendell Morgan, thank you so much for the update. Is there anything else we got to touch on before we wrap this up and get to our weekend?
Well, just to remind you that we're not just a library. We're also an archives, a museum, a bookstore, and we have meeting rooms. So come on down and check us out.
And you're also just amazing people. So thank you again for all the information. And that's going to wrap it up here with Mr. Morgan at the El Progreso Library. God bless you, sir. We'll talk to you again real soon, okay?
You too, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right. That wraps it up here with UvaldeRadio.net.